Hello and welcome to my Yu-Gi-Oh channel. Make sure to subscribe for more daily Yu-Gi-Oh content. Today we're looking at some new cards which come from DUELS TV. This is something that they do in Japan which showcases some new cards. You've seen that from Lightning Overdrive as in one of the main booster packs, and you're also now seeing this with DUELS as well. So we're going to cover this support, which is for Gakuto, Tiger and Siesta Hold. The first card is Tranquil Unknown Soldier. It's a level 6 Dark Attribute Warrior type effect monster with 1800 attack and 0 defense. The requirement: you can activate by sending this face-up card you control to the graveyard if it was normal summoned this turn. The effect is to choose up to 2 normal monsters. They must be Warrior type or Winged Beast type in your graveyard and special summon them in face-down defense position. For my opinion on this, it being a level 6 and that stat lineup is not justified. You have to tribute it on the turn that you summon it to use the effect. So it's not like you can use this monster, keep it on the field, and then on your next turn switch out for it. You have to make the decision as and when you want to do this. The other thing is you do need the setup to have those monsters being either Warrior or Winged Beast in your graveyard, and they have to be normal monsters as well. This is my concern because there aren't very powerful normal monsters currently in the game. It doesn't have any level limit restrictions, which is nice. If you happen to have some of the stronger monsters, even if they haven't got an effect, maybe that might be a way of edging out your opponent, or at least stalling from your strategy. It does say, as a note, this card is a play on Wakari Mesin, which is I do not understand. The next card is Siesta Torero. It's a level 3 Water Attribute Warrior type effect monster with 1200 attack and 0 defense. The requirement: you can activate by shuffling 3 monsters in your graveyard into the deck. The effect is to choose one face-up attack position monster, must be level 8 or lower, your opponent controls, and change it to face-down defense position. If a monster is changed to face-down defense position by this effect, you can also choose one Siesta Hold in your graveyard and add it to your hand. So this basically allows you to flip one of your opponent's monsters face down. It's basically a monster version of Book of Moon. And if you manage to use the effect, then you get the ability to search for your Siesta Hold, whatever that seems to do. The condition of reshuffling 3 of your monsters from your graveyard back into the deck is very similar to something like Pot of Avarice, except you don't draw any cards. That's not necessarily a bad thing. It's generic. It doesn't have to be 3 plant types. It doesn't have to be a specific attribute. It doesn't have to be a specific level. So you have that flexibility that a lot of cards don't have. And we've got Music Maiden's Solo Performance. This is a normal trap card with the requirement: you can activate if only you control one monster when your opponent's monster that's a level 8 or lower declares an attack. The effect is you can negate that attack. This is very similar to something like Hero Barrier, because that just blocks the 1 attack. It isn't too conditional because most of your opponent's monsters will be level 8 or lower, bar the exception of a couple of the maximum monsters, which I think are level 10s. But otherwise it's quite flexible. I would love to see a version of this similar to something like Threatening Roar, which can be triggered in response to your opponent, because this only works when their opponent's monster actually declares the attack, and it can't be triggered in any other means.